or around just product marketing at store. Because it really wasn't a choice of, do I go to Caribou or X, Y, and Z? It's like, going to Caribou, what do I want? And we just found, I mean, the whole share game, I wrote that down and underlined it. Because it's true, like, we found that, for us, we need to do more to compel people to get to the store. So with that, it's a different part of the funnel and a different.
Yeah, and so that's a good segue too. Let's talk a little bit, still with coffee, but let's talk about consumer behavior. Actually, when we were prepping for this, I was asking, how are people buying their coffee? We're like, everyone likes it iced. But what I was asking was, are people buying the app or are they in store? How have you seen that shift in recent years, and where do you see it going?
Yeah, well, I think we covered that today too. I mean, definitely the push for having the moments of inspiration caffeinated happen early in the buying life cycle in day part. So we have seen and introduced order ahead at 3 years ago. Right now we're about 16% of our orders, which is good growth in a few years. We continue to improve our app experience, and you guys get it in the videos, but Caroline was the inventor of our loyalty program, Quick Loyalty, and through that as well, and the digital experience, the combination of the two has been really powerful for us. So it's actually more of a, hey, we think, you love this, order that, an option for you to try because you like movement. So we're getting better and better at recommending it earlier in the process, which leads to then that digital engagement.
That's awesome. And I mean, the app also creates convenience too. So I flew from Milwaukee this morning, and I was sharing with Erin that on my walk through the airport to get here, I walked by not one but 2 Caribou coffees, and I could not get a Caribou coffee because the line was out the door at both of them. And she goes, "Well, you should have done that." Order ahead.
I mean, we talked
That was one job. So our one food is not have the app on your phone. Remember, always decide to download it. Let's talk a little about the coffee house experience and how do you see that evolving? And again, where do you see that going?
There's so many reasons that people come to Caribou. There's the functional benefit of the fact that you do have chocolate, we get the room. But we have a lot of those products that bring people in. But I also think that when you think about it from a emotional benefit, right? There's the chance to connect. There's the chance to launch a business. There's the chance to hear from each other. There's the chance, like all of the moments in your life that can happen in a coffee house. And so we like to talk a lot about the potential of business. And that can mean different things, right? It can also mean, hey, I'm going to Caribou, what's your order to your family, right? And that's just like a quick trip through, but then you bring home your bureau. So for us, the center of it all happens in that interaction. And it's our job to say, okay, let's figure out how that magic can happen based on who loves Caribou and what the needs are.
Yeah, and you just mentioned family, and there's also been talk today about marketing to a younger consumer. And one thing that you said that really resonated with me when we were preparing for this is the sense of responsibility that you feel marketing to younger consumers with your caffeine intake. So can you talk a little bit about the philosophy there and how you approach that with marketing to younger audience, but civic perspective?
Yeah, we don't actually market to Uber young audiences. I mean, I would say that, we very much are thinking about the 18-year-old and the so I don't think that we cross any lines as far as, marketing to youth directly. What's amazing about the category we're in is that, young people aspire to, experience the coffee shop. And so it's our job to make sure that there are options there that they can enjoy responsibly. Thinking about the sugar piece, one of my proudest moments was this woman I was meeting with to talk about nutrition. I was telling her about our matcha drink. And she was like, well, I just don't buy matcha unless I can make it myself because of the added sugar. And I was like, well, I would love to know your experiences going to Caribou. We do have a lot of, the youth ordering matcha. Matcha is like my afternoon delight, and I don't want the added sugar, right? So she came back and reported and was like, if you're just drinking it straight up, it's good. It's pure. It's like it's a great ingredient. And you can obviously customize it the way that you want. We're not there to regulate how people consume the drinks that they want. Between that and some of the other things that we know, like our smoothies, We have a lot of really, really good options, compelling options for anyone who wants to choose to caffeinate or not.
All right, so we talked about culture, we talked about coffee, let's talk about community. And so one of the questions I think the gentleman asked during the Dairy Queen session was, how does a brand, have a national presence but still have a local feel? And I think this is something that Caribou is doing a really good job of. You first start off by talking about some of your flagship partnerships.
Yes, it's so similar to what we've heard today, which I loved and was writing down, and even inspiring to think of other ways that we can do it. But one of our most amazing partnerships is our partnership with Girls on the Run. So 80% of the humans that consume Caribou are women. 80% of our team members are women, and are very important to our business. Girls on the Run honors our first world postmaster, who unfortunately passed away at a really young age, but her name is Amy. And through the years, it's meant different things. A celebration of her life is where we are now, and the fact that she was about empowering young women. And so we partner with Girls on the Run, which gives us that national presence, and then also local activities as well that are so great in the community. So that's one example we talked through that means a lot for our team. Amy's blend, every year we sell it, light roast, dark roast, actually. I would recommend a light roast, and I'm actually a dark roast drinker, so there you go. But it's just such an amazing experience to watch your team get so excited about something and then just naturally tell our guests about it, and then have our guests come in, excited about they can do something to support their community as well.
That's awesome. And it sounds like the key there too is making that feel very organic.
And I think it is. And I think you have to, that is the thing, right? Like, actually, even thinking about influencers and thinking people that are very people, for us, our team believes in Caribou. Like, there's full stop, and it starts with that and it carries through on. And if you don't have that authenticity, then it's really hard to actually manufacture that.
Awesome. And then, so zooming out, what are some of the key trends that you see shaping the future of the food and beverage industry as a whole? What's got your attention right now?
Definitely digital. I've been walking around your office and like, oh my gosh, they're doing digital, this digital. So I'm getting you up later for your team. Digital. I mean, we have an amazing app, we have an amazing loyalty program, we have a really good way to reach guests pre-purchase. And post, I would say. Like we're continuing to improve that as well through our work with CDP, and CRM, and some of the other pieces of that. But I would say that one thing we really need to do a better job on, and we're invested in, is thinking about the digital experience at store and how it carries all the way through the full purchase. So that's something that we are very focused on right now. And I would say also the other piece is that whole global local trend. So we're looking for ways that we grow, expand, and get into franchising and some of those pieces. How do we actually empower our franchisees? How do we continue to feel authentic? And so we're playing with some different programs around as well.
Love it. All right, so we've got a few minutes to take some questions from the audience. Does anyone have any questions for Erin? Yes.
So you have a lot of growth. Congratulations. So high level, what kind of marketing plan are you putting together for this huge expansion?
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm just representing some really great work here by the team, so I'm not work with you guys. But, for us, like I said, it is making sure that we start with the goodness within, right? Both from a team perspective and then also from a messaging perspective. What we think we can authentically, I'm having trouble after lunch. I don't know, maybe I should have some more coffee. I don't know about that. But just how can we actually amplify the great work that we're doing in the building? And so influencer pieces, ambassador pieces, that whole national local partnership. Alyssa, who's here, is actually our NSO, new store opening / franchisee, amazing human who is bringing all this to life through local store marketing programs that we can actually empower our team to execute. So we look to our multi-unit leaders, we look to our general managers. It again is around that authenticity and sparking a change.
Yes.
I've been seeing some trends out the vibes around is that trying to change the store?
Can you say more on that? From a
Yeah,
cool.
so people posting how does that change your in-store experience?
Yeah, no, I mean, you mean like as far as like this, that like the fourth and fifth wave of, yeah, but yeah, I mean, we try and make the moments in the store happen where people don't feel spotted great, but that's not where we see our biggest impact. It's not to say that it's not worthy, I just think as a brand, we tend to be more about like the authenticity, the moment to moment, that connection. When we see things amplified on social, it's usually like a funny trend that happens around like drive-through or, like remembering my girlfriend's order. That was a video that was, went viral because it was like a male who had reported his girlfriend, placing her order, and then he just like held it out for the drive-through because that's, that's like a point of friction that happens in a relationship. So it's those moments that we try and bring humor to it, and then that's what actually ends up being the
Yes.
Erin, hi. How do you balance the really aggressive growth plans you got and maintaining consistency in service delivery when we're looking at culture?
Yeah, that's ask me in a year, and maybe I'll have a slightly different answer. Actually, Lisa was sitting in front of me. We have a very close partnership with Apple. And for us, voice of customer, voice of team, runs through a lot of what we do. And so we're constantly thinking, okay, what are our drivers? And yes, price is one of them, but also so is click-through and friendliness and cleanliness and speed of service, right? All of that. So we try and make that as obvious and transparent to our general managers who then can help monitor and create the experience that we want in the store. So it's just that whole piece of time insights all the way through the experience to actual satisfaction and perception.
All right, yes.
Hi, Erin. How are you doing? Thank you so much. I'm a Caribou fan. I might consider a big time coffee maker that when I have the option, I would gravitate to Caribou. So a coffee bean, tea leaf, or a piece. Something other than like Starbucks or I think I'm kind of what you call it a whole mill kind of consumer. You've already got me as a fan, but what's your approach to people who are maybe not loyalists yet, kind of just want everything that isn't.
Well, first of all, we really love to love our most loyalists. So just so you know, we take that with a lot of pride. And it's an important part of our business as well because we have a lot of super fans who choose us and we don't take that lightly. So we build a lot of value into our Perks program. We just announced that we are not charging for our Perks customers. We don't charge a dairy upcharge, which is huge in our business because it costs more to provide, non-dairy options. And you can only get that when you are a Perks member and you buy the deal. So we're not, I just want you to know we still see you and we appreciate you. I think for us, as far as winning people over, it goes back to the education piece and why they should try Caribou. Our mochas, most people who are,
That's my favorite one.
yeah, well, because we use real chocolate. We actually have proprietary chocolate chips that we melt into every single drink.
I'm from Chicago, and there was a third of my hospital
Was it the burger? I didn't know something about that.
When I'm here, I waited today.
Aw, thank you. Goodness, we heard that a lot from our Illinois guests, and our guests. It's an interesting story that's told over cocktails, but that wasn't a purely decision. It was a decision that was made looking at a whole portfolio of products. So thank you for that. Yeah.
Thank you for waiting. I think I'm going to stop on my way back.
Yeah.
All right, we have time for one more. Yes.
First of all, Terminal 1, order ahead,
Thank you.
hands down. I work for a small appliance company like coffee makers and fryers. We're seeing a huge growth in at-home coffee, especially espresso machines, like triple-digit percentage growth of people buying like really expensive espresso machines. How are you thinking about at-home coffee and building your brand that way?
Yeah, super good question. You must know for more details too. So that's all. We think about it. This is new for us, and I think that COVID is actually a big stress in this thinking. So I'm just going to be totally honest. But we really do try and think about the consumer 360. For us, it's and for most businesses, right? Sometimes flock to that channel thinking. But, you know, our beans and our single serve options, they're available. So how do we make those more relevant to the guests that love us and can't find us in store, or those who actually are just getting into coffee? We've done some really cool partnerships, like with the Beverage Foundation. That's another one we did where with Target, we partnered in Give Back to Make-A-Wish with every purchase. So like we've dabbled in a couple of different things. What I think is really interesting is this whole, you're like the fifth person that's talking today about the espresso machines at home.
It's great. It's great. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I think it's actually probably something that you would know this, I should ask you guys to do this. Like, it's probably something that's happened over the last few years, but for some reason it's like this tipping point, right?
Yeah.
It's really interesting, so
And
I'm
just the
expecting
amount
you to go back.
of people are putting on average $600 to $800 down.
Like the really elaborate ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're not there yet, like, it's not to the point where I'm like, yeah, hey, we rock that, you know, like, we really, I mean, our coffee house is sort of our gem, but it's so true that we have to be thinking about our guests, right, wherever they are and whatever needs to get out, so, more to come.
More to come. All right. Well, we hope this was informative. Thank you to Erin.
Thanks, guys.
And thank you, Lauren, for the